Husqvarna.
Hey guys, I'm Lewie Landrigan, Husqvarna Enduro race team mechanic. Welcome to the first instalment of the 701 Bling Bike Build. Here we have a 2020 701 Enduro. 2020 features some bold new graphics, a blue frame from standard, and a quick shifter. And we're going to make it look even better with some genuine accessories and show you how to do it at home in your shed. So in part one of this series, we're going to be fitting these components. We have a Husqvarna Genuine Accessories Super Sprox rear sprocket, which is blue. We've got a CNC billet brake caliper support, a CNC anodized tank cap cover, and a rear master cylinder cap. So the first part we're going to be fitting in part one of this series is this Husqvarna Genuine Accessories rear sprocket made by Super Sprox. It features a steel outer ring. It really helps to extend the service life of your final drive for the bigger kilometres which you would do on an adventure bike. We're going to complement that with a EK X-Ring gold chain just for that added bling. One simple tip when you're fitting your sprocket, once you've removed your old one, ensure that when you're fitting the new bolts, ensure to put some Loctite on them. You know, if you're going to have a long service interval between your chain and sprockets, you need to make sure those bolts are staying in there for the entire time. The next part we'll be fitting is this billet rear brake caliper support. It really helps with, you know, when you're going down a rocky fire trail and a rock will flick up and hit your disc and bend it. You need to have that added protection to sort of take the main hit rather than your disc. One thing that can be quite tricky when fitting the caliper mount is where the rear brake pads sit. There is one section that needs to be fit to the main mount. This can be a little bit tight and may require putting in a vise with a set of soft jaws and a rag just to make it a bit easier. Make sure when refitting the rear brake caliper, just put a little bit of grease on each of the slides just to make it float nicely. And also remember to Loctite your bolts as you're reassembling. The third part we'll be fitting is this Husqvarna tank cap cover. When fitting the cover, you'll be removing the standard outer ring and you'll be replacing it with this alloy billet outer ring and using the bolt supplied. And our final part we'll be fitting today is this blue master cylinder cap. The master cylinder cap can be fitted mounted on the bike, but I find it is much easier to remove the bolt and fit it separately and then refit the bolt. Well guys, that was part one of the series. Stay tuned for part 2 and 3 coming soon.